face. And I won't run the risk of knocking it over too. Okay, there we go. Perfect. All right. Hello, who's here? Took me a little bit longer to get on than I anticipated when you're dealing with new stuff here. Okay, well, good evening. It feels like it's been an eternity since I've been here with you. Tonight we are going to create a, hello Pam, how are you? Yay, welcome, welcome. Oh, I didn't pick up my BetterPress ink. Oh, well, we're going to try some different ink then. So we are going to create with this BetterPress. This is the 2025 DIY calendar, and we're going to give this a whirl. I'm just going to give it a try. We'll see what happens. So yeah, this BetterPress plate comes with all the months, and actually I was kind of thinking, I was a little disappointed because I thought, well, they should have made some versatile plates, but as I look at this, it is quite versatile. You could reuse it. You would just have to cut off the 2025 on your calendar. We'll see how this goes. I have not played with this yet, so this is playing with it, first time pulling it out of the package. So, yeah. Look at me trying to look at it like it's a stamp set. All right, nope, it goes this way. So, we're starting with Sunday. Yep, Sunday, Monday. So, Sunday. I need my Wednesday. Where's my calendar that says the first is Wednesday? I'm gonna turn it this way. And of course, not that easy. Is this it? Nope, that's Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, is it? I think it is. Because the third is, no, I don't think so. Nope, this would be the Wednesday, Monday, or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yep, it would be, the first would be right there. Where are you, Wednesday? My goodness, did I think it was going to be this hard? Here, I think I found it. Yay! All right, so it would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yes, this is the one. Okay, pulling that off. And we're going to pull off January of 2025. See? You guys aren't the only ones that get on the struggle bus. But as I was looking at this, pull this up here so you can see it a little bit better too. Gosh, that light. Let's turn it this way maybe, and then you can see it. Back out and then up. So since these little plates are separate, you could reuse these. The only one that I thought, there's some months where it would actually put a 31 in there where you don't need a 31. So what you could do is you could kind of like trim off at the end. It wouldn't be horrible. And then put an embellishment of some sort there at the end of your calendar to kind of cover that up. And on the 2025, you could come up with something different for 2026, you could come up with something different. So this is reusable. You just get creative. Come up with a different plan for it. So we are going to start out, and if my ink does not work, then what we're going to do is we're going to let's see where I'm at here first. I think I want to, let's turn it around. First of all, let's turn it around. And I'm going to put this down here where it would be at the bottom of my maybe I want it at the top of my A2 panel, towards the top of my A2 panel. What I'm doing here, folks, is I'm trying to assess where I am on my panel so that when I put my panel on my plate here and I press it down in there, I have it straight. And so I'm going to turn this and I'm going to kind of count my blocks or my little squares. So I've got 1, 2, and 3. I have 1, 2, and 3, and I'm about at the halfway point here. I'm about the halfway point on both, and I'm just making sure I'm straight. And it looks straight to me. And so I'm just straightening that up. And then I'm gonna put my Sunday, Monday, Tuesday part there, and I'm gonna line that up at the top. And maybe I want a little bit of space. Just looking at it. This is magnetic. This BetterPress plate is magnetic. So you can actually, so it sticks to this plate, which makes it difficult for it to shift. And then maybe we'll just, I don't know. Let me see what they've done. And I think they've got theirs pretty much right on top of it, but I want this, I might go a little bit closer. And maybe we'll go just a smidgen closer on this. Not quite, just a smidge. And then we'll bring this down. Just giving it a little bit of space. Now I'm just gonna look and see if it's straight. So I've just got that on there, just hoping I've got it straight. And then I'm gonna ink it up. Woohoo! And it's really, folks, it's as simple as that. And the nice part is if I leave my paper on and I don't take it off, I can re-ink it because it's positioned on here. And this project is super easy because my, I'm going to use some tape that's not quite as sticky. Sometimes this, taking off this too much sticky. I'm taking a lot of the sticky off because this paper, this BetterPress paper is, it's pretty layered. And when I'm taking it off, I want to be really, really careful. So I'm centering my paper in here with these registration marks, making sure that I've got it as an A2. And I'm just going to do this to hold it there. And I'm going to do, maybe I'm not. There we go. I'm going to stick that there. Now, when you have something that is, am I doing this on the right side? I am doing this on the right side. Okay. So when you've got something that's taken up a full plate, this is when it's really difficult to tape it down. But I think we're good. We're good enough. It's good enough for what I want to do. So now, here we go. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to get my Spellbinders. Hopefully I won't knock this contraption over. It's a little dicey. I'm going to have to come up with a way to not knock that thing over. You guys, if you've been with me for a while, I'm known to knock my light over or my stand over. And yeah. So you don't need any extra plates for this. Let's scoot this back so that I don't. I'm going to scoot this over so that when this comes through, we're not knocking anything over. You don't need any extra plates. You just roll it right through. It's got a base on it that should work just fine. We're crossing our fingers that our first pass is going to work. So let's see how it does with non-BetterPress ink. that's not so bad. That turned out really, really nice. I'm going to take this off because I'm happy with it. Very pleased. So I'm going to pull this off the plate and show it to you. So you want to make sure, how I know that I was on the correct side is because this is backwards down here. Okay, and because when I flip it over, it's going to need to go on. I also have the little divots in each of these little corners, and that's how I know it goes down in the right place. My A7 is backwards, my A2 is backwards, so that's the position, that's where I place my papers on that side. Okay, it looks really nice. I'm gonna bring this up to the camera so you can see it. And it has pressed down inside of there, so it is super nice. I really like that a lot. Yay. Now, what am I gonna do? That's a really good question. Now what am I gonna do? Well, I have a little bit of an idea of what I might end up doing with this, but for now, I'm gonna set this aside. This ink sometimes takes a little bit to dry, so because that's the VersaFine Clair, it is pigment ink, so it's just a little bit of time. So yay for the one time. I'm telling you, this BetterPress is super awesome. If you struggle with stamping of any sort, I'm telling you that about 99% of the time, it's a clean pass. So it's nice for that. So I do highly recommend the BetterPress, and I highly recommend the BetterPress system for your card making. They make fast, easy, quick, and simple, almost fail-proof sentiments and of the sort. Okay. So I have while that's sitting there, this BetterPress plate also comes as a bundle with this. It's a DIY easel, so that you can put your monthly calendar in here. So what I'm doing throughout the year is I am going to, the week before, the Thursday before the next month. So for example, the last Thursday of January, when we have a live, I'm going to create February's calendar piece. And I'm just going to make this perpetual calendar throughout the year. We're just going to add to it. I just thought that would be a fun little project for us to do this year, is to create a calendar with this. Now, there is a die a BetterPress die that you could get. We aren't selling that, but I like die cuts and all kinds of fun little things, and I like a really nice thematic month. So for January, I've got Winter's Veil, and some of you came to our December 7th Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree crop, and you got that paper pack. And some of you were really, really itching to get the stamps, the dies, the embossing folder, and that sort. So I'm going to show you. Oh, I didn't grab my paper. Boo! And my embossing folder. Oh, it's way over there. So I'm going to have to hop up and go get my paper. I will be right back. I forgot to grab it. And I'm going to get the plate. Show you why this system is so nice with embossing folders. Well, let's cross our fingers it works. Well, did I put it away? I did. Here we go. All right, I got some places for an embossing folder. And here's this pretty paper. Who else is with me? Pam, you still with me? You hanging in there for me? Okay. Pretty little embossing folder. So gorgeous. This is a pretty paper pack. I'll just kind of show you this paper pack. So you've got snowflakes, all kinds of pretty things. The trees are really pretty. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oops, what is that? That's pretty. Oh, those snowflakes are really pretty. The stars are pretty. I'm trying to decide which one I want. I'm looking through. At the same time, I'm showing you this and I'm showing you a second round. I think I want, do I want this or do I want the, I don't know what I want. Maybe these snowy little houses would be cute. You're still here, Pam, yay! Maybe something like that would be really cute. Let's see. Just kind of at the bottom, like so. And yeah, I think I like that. What do you think? I'm just going for this wintry scene. I like that, but I don't know. I think the deer is really pretty. It almost gives me the feeling of Christmas, just a little bit. Snowflakes would be pretty. Yeah, the snowflakes would be really pretty. I'm very tempted to do the snowflakes. Which ones? The houses? You like the houses? Hi, Linda. How are you feeling? I hope you're feeling somewhat better. You like the houses? I like the houses too. And so what I was thinking, if I did do the houses, well, I'll get to the stamps and the dies here in just a minute. But there's also this deer. There's a deer here. I could pop a deer on there, this ephemera, and maybe another little, and I just thought winter, like something at the like, I don't know, I thought I wanted to put winter on there, but, or maybe let it snow would be cute. We'll play with it. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, yeah, let's do the houses. Let's do that. We can do the houses, right? All right. Okay, so I've picked this. I might trim this down and create a little embossing for a background with the snowflakes. We'll see. Maybe. I don't know. I love the houses too. They're so cute. I do like that a lot. So do we want the houses at the top and the calendar at the bottom? What do we want? I don't know. Thoughts? Anyone? Okay, so now that you've seen the paper, I'm going to actually pull out this ephemera pack because I do want to use a piece of ephemera. It might just end up being a little snowflake or something. I don't know, but look at this ephemera pack. So pretty. We did add some more to the store, but do we want it to snow? Oh, hi, Angelia. How are you? It's going to snow Sunday, whether you like it or not. Saturday into Sunday, I believe. Ooh. But see, we can't say White Christmas because Christmas is past and it's January. So that would have been cute on there. Let's see what else we have here. Look at that. Those make nice Christmas cards, though, for next year. But this little, you know, snowflakes and the deer. I like that deer. I really want to use him. Okay. I thought about cutting off, like, this part and just doing winter. And I think I will. I think I'm going to do something like that and tuck it like behind there, and then maybe do the seam below it. I think that's what I might end up doing. And then somehow my deer might fit on there, might not, I don't know. Okay, so that's the ephemera pack. That's the embossing folder and the paper. There's also a die set, and look at the little houses and the big, huge snowflake. I thought that would be pretty as a background on this, and then just to set the calendar over the front of that would be really cute. There's so many options, so many options. I mean, you could do just a simple little backdrop. What line is that paper? It's called Winter's Veil, and it's Tonic Studios, and we just added it to the shop. So we finally got this in. I did get this in before Christmas, but we've had some things happening that slowed me down, and I could apologize, but I'm not going to apologize because part of, you know, the grieving process can slow you down. So I have been a little behind, and I have learned to accept that I'm behind. I'm very behind. Isn't it beautiful? It's just absolutely gorgeous. So I love it too. So some of us don't really want it to snow. Here are the stamps. They're really pretty. And yeah, and dies. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. So now let's go on to figuring out what we're doing with this. I'm going to show you that I did, with these dies, of course, this BetterPress system, the plate system, comes with a little, the easel. And so I have cut out some wooden paper, because I want it to be neutral. I want it to match every month. I thought it would look better to have a neutral color. And I've also taken some packaging, and I used it for I'm gonna use this for my base to give it a little bit of tooth. And this is all some really thick paper. And I'm just gonna glue this together. I'm gonna think about all of that while we're doing this. And I'm gonna score this. I'm actually going to trim it. Yeah, it does. And it was a really hard December. I'll tell you a little bit of something that happened. So my nephew passed, and he was only he would have been 47 this month on the 16th. And what's really icky about the day that he passed was the same day that my mother-in-law passed. And the date, 12/12. And it was just that, it was, my husband and I were just commenting about that when we got the word that things weren't well, and I looked at him and he goes, "I know, it's a bad day." And I said, "Yes, it's a horrible day. It just made it worse." So anyway, he did pass later in the evening on the 12th that day. So, no, I think I was off base a little bit with that. Well, such is life. Anyway, yeah. And you know what, Angelia? I love it that you said life happens, because I know that my nephew passed on to a much better life than here. He was given new life. He is not sick. He is not suffering. He was a believer and follower of Jesus, and so I know his life is, he's actually experiencing what it means to have new life. So my parents are passed and gone, and so they are all together. Grandparents, come on, I'm getting off base here. There we go, now I'm back on track. Can't seem to cut a straight line. Any of you have trouble cutting straight lines? I can't cut a straight line ever. All right, now let's find what matches up to this. Here we go, this one matches. So we're gonna just glue this on as such. Now my middle part might show a little bit, but I think it's all gonna be just fine. Anyway, I hope that you all had a great Christmas. I hope you all have had a great New Year's Eve and a great New Year's Day. We had fun here yesterday. It was a great crop. I learned something about these ladies. They don't like playing life-size Candyland. It took a while. It was kind of funny, actually. They were all just kind of walking around each other. It was like a little bit of a zoo. But you win some, you lose some, right? Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and get my outer piece here on, match it up, because on the inside part, it is going to be the back. So I want to make sure I'm getting the right front and back. The front needs to go on first, and I'm actually going to do this right here direct to my spot. And yeah, it was kind of humorous. The whole Candyland thing was, everybody, it's the first game that I've ever seen anybody like, yay, you won, yay, good for you. Okay, we're done. It was kind of funny. Anyway, and then our last round of bingo, when I said blackout, some people gave me this look like they gave me when I said, okay, I split up to two teams to play Candyland, and the first team, the winner of that one, would play the team of the winner of the second team. I hope that came out right. Anyway, we had a face-off, and when I said, you're going to play again, and they both just kind of looked at me and said, no, it's a spin-off. We're going to spin. You don't have to play it again. And then, so when I said blackout on the last round of bingo, people were kind of like, oh, I'm getting the Candyland look here. Yay. And you know, I don't even really, yeah, no, do I really? Wait a second. Yeah, maybe I will. I think I will go ahead and glue that just for the sturdiness of it. We're gonna do it. We have more than we need. No, we don't. We have just the right amount. Let's do this. These don't make much of a difference per se. They'll be fine. So I cut them apart so that it would bend, because if I just glue it right over it, it's not gonna bend. So it's best. And this is really gonna be good and sturdy because we're gonna have 12 of these on here. So we just need to make sure that we get that on there, both front and back. Whoopsie, did I get glue on there? I sure did. Anyway, we missed you, Linda. I'm sorry that you were sick. But guess what? When you buy a bag, buy a seat to the crop, oops, that was on the wrong end. Oh well, it's fine. It's gonna get glued together. Nobody's gonna see. When you purchase a seat, when you buy a seat and you decide to keep your seat, what comes with your swag bag is a ticket for the grand prize. And I can't take that away because that was part of your purchase. So guess who won the grand prize? Linda. She wanted to keep her bag. So, oh, did I forget to do that part? Boo. I did. No, I didn't. Oh, I think I only did one. Oh, good. I brought the paper over anyway. Yep, I need to do another one. One more. Okay, so here we are. What am I doing here? Okay, so I'm gonna, the back side looking like this, unless, well, look at this, folks. We can actually do a finished on each side because it's the opposite. Woohoo! Look at that. I love it when that happens. So each side is gonna have a finished look inside. And out, which will be nice to have both. And like I said, this was just some packaging I used. Had a little bit of a, like a chipboard, a very light chipboard. So I'm just using this packaging as my base. And yeah, so front and back. I hope you guys can see me, what I'm doing. I hope you have, sometimes I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm just creating and talking to you because it's no fun to craft by yourself, right? So this is what I'm doing. I'm covering up both sides of my easel. So there's just this die, and this die. And I have cut off the edges of my wood piece, and now I'm thinking I probably should go ahead and glue that now. I may have to trim down my inner piece, which I'm going to trim it just a smidge so that I can get it folded, because it's going to have to come in. I'm not a straight cutter, folks. Let's see what happened here. I'll turn that around. Yep, there. So now it will fold, and now I don't have to worry. Whew. Because if I do it edge to edge, it's not going to fold. And I am using did I do that wrong? I may have done that wrong, because it's supposed to go like this. Yeah. I was thinking, yeah, there we go. It comes in like this. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do this one now before we get all out of sorts here. So I'm trimming off just a smidge. right? Am I right? Yeah, it comes in. Okay. I'll have to check this out again in a minute. Okay, so what I've done so far is I have covered my outer and inner pieces. And when you get to your inner part here, you want to make sure that you trim that extra one a little bit off. And the reason is you're going to glue these together. Oops, like this. Oops. Yeah, just like that. I'm gonna try this the other way here. Let's see what we got going on there. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I need to go this way. So I'm gonna trim it like this because I want my pieces to come in like this, and you'll see how we do this piece here too. So I'm gonna glue these together. So your inner pieces need to be flexible, so it will move like this. You could do them both actually. And I may have cut that a little too short, but that's all right, because it's really gonna fold anyway. You're not gonna see. You're not gonna see much of that. All right, here we go. Gluing them together. Making sure I'm doing this right. This is a little bit of a different type of easel. Just a little different. Okay. And just looking at it, holding it. It's kind of nifty. So this is going to be the front. This is the back. Just kind of show you. And then this is going to come this direction. I'm going to cut these off, but what's going to happen is we have these where this will fold, and I'm actually going to cut this part off. There's a little score here and a little score there. I don't know if you can see that. So this is going to just get glued right here in this little spot here, so that it's a stopper. So it just keeps it from going out. Does that make sense? So that you have a place for it to actually stand up like that. And it's nice and sturdy, like really sturdy. And so it's gonna last, which is nice. Okay. And I kind of wish that I had done a little better job on this side, bringing it in, but that's okay. That's all right. Let's chop this up, and I need to cut one more of these and glue it on the back side. And I'll glue one to the front. So I have a little bit of this paper. I'm trying to be careful I don't knock my light over. Just do this real quick. Glad I brought that paper over here. Okay, where's the die? There it is. Just pop this on, stick this through. All right, here goes the earth shake. And voila, and I'll have less to clean up. So I'll trim this off. And I'll trim this off. This one can go on the inside. Yep. I think it'll, yep, it'll, maybe a little bit more off. You want it to have the flexibility that it needs to close. Maybe a little bit more. Take off a little, it's easier to take off. There we have it. Maybe. You can tell I'm chicken. I don't want to take off too much. There's that. Just a slight bit. There we go. That did it. I know it did, because it was ever so slight. All right. And this just gives it that polished inside and out look that it needs. Come on. You know what, folks? This is going to take care of that. Just trim it right like so. And now I know that it's going to fold. Yay. Here's the outside. And so what we need to do is make sure that this gets right here. And I could actually glue inside there that piece that we trimmed off to kind of make it look a little more polished. So we're just gonna do, sorry, here we go. I'm just gluing it to the inside of that right there. You see that? I put my glue right there. That's where I'm headed. And it actually lines up just perfectly. I may have trimmed off too much. That's all right. And this is where we can just do that. That looks good. Let's get that in there. Yay. Okay. I think we got it. And now this might be a little tricky, but we'll just do the best we can, right? Oh, that looks a little weak. I don't know what I did. I may have to redo that. Maybe it'll reinforce it. Okay, here we are. So I'm popping this in here, just folding it over, straight over. Oops, did kilter. And we're just going to do that right there. Hold that down. And now we have an easel. Now, when we do our months, it's not going to take this long because we have our easel already built. And now I'm going to pop this one inside. Just slide that in there. Make it look nice. Yay, there it is. And you know, you could take what I could do is I could take I could distress these edges to kind of give it a little bit of a, so that you can't see the white. I suppose I should have used chipboard if I didn't want the white showing, but I'm fine with it. I'm okay with it. There's all kinds of different ways to do this. So there it is. Yay, complete and super cute. So, you know, bingo, there it is. Sits right in there. I'll show you that. I'll move these dies out of the way. Just like that, sits right in there. And here's, you could even do something with the front of that, but isn't that cute? That's really cute. There it is. Hip, hip. Okay. Now, what to do with this? I am thinking, let's cut our paper. That'll be the first thing to do. Let me get my paper cutter. Trim this down. And then we can decide on what we're doing with take this off. Paper. So I for sure want a strip of houses on this. And what I might actually do is, let's see. Yeah, I think that's good. So this is 3 inches. And I definitely am going to do an A2 size. So 3 inches, and then I'm going to go with 4 1/4. I don't know that I will. Do we want to use the embossing folder? Y'all seeing my wheels turn? Maybe a navy would be pretty with that as a background. That's going to determine what size that I use. So if I go 4, I think I'm going to go with 4. I'm going to give it a whirl on the embossing folder. And I'm definitely going to cut this piece down to 4 by, let's see. Okay. So we're going to cut this down to, if that was 3, we want to go 2 1/4. Where are we on that? Well, that looks nice. So let's go to 2 1/4 because we were kind of at, I think that gives us a nice, yeah. I'm going to go with 2 1/4. And I think that'll look nice. So then we'll have a finished edge. with an embossing folder. So I'm just going to trim this just a little bit. And we may just leave that as simple as that, because that's just really pretty. So all we need to do is take off 1/8 of an inch from each side. Turn this around and go 1/8 of an inch down to 4. That seems like a little bit more. Maybe I didn't get 1/8 of an inch off that side. That's not good. Yeah, definitely got more off this side. Get a little bit more off that one. Where are we at? Where's the 4? Let's go in the middle, folks. Middle. We have to trim a little bit of this off, folks. It curled, you know how it gets that curled edge when you try to cut it too close? That's what happened. So I'm gonna have to trim that by hand. All right. Okay. Did I get it? I think I did. That's pretty good. We could always pop this up over, do a little edge. Ooh, is there a little decorative edge in here? I really wanted to use, oh, this would be cute. This one's even longer. We could do that one and trim it off. That would be cute. And maybe we could ink it up or something. That's pretty. Okay, let's pop out one of these. And I'm going to go get some navy paper. I can find some. That's cute. I think I'm going to leave it white. That's cute. I like that. All right, I'm going to show you what I did here. That's really cute. That is super cute. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Let's go all the way to the edge with this. Maybe like that. That would be cute. That would work. Yeah, that's cute. Okay. Let me go find some navy paper, and we're going to try to emboss a background for this, an A2 sized background in navy, and I think that would be really pretty. We could pop up a snowflake or something down here. I think this deer is too big for that scene. Just a bummer, but I could always use it for something else. And I might put this out. I'm gonna do. Y'all are gonna go. I think I am gonna use the trimmer. I'm gonna line this up on here on the trimmer. I need some tape. Hold it down. I don't trust myself because I usually shake or shift or shimmy. Let's see where we're at. I need to come down just a smidge. All right, folks, you can't see what I'm doing, so I'm going to move it up. Good thing I didn't cut that. Okay, I'm going to come down a smidgy. Here we go. I am sticking this on here and just checking out how low I need to be based on where this is gonna fall. And I think that's just right, I think. That little arrow kind of tells me okay. I think I've got it. Oh yeah. Shouldn't have moved that one down. Cute. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. It was too close. Too hard, too close. Should I do this now, winter? Oh, it wasn't horrible. But now I'm just trying to figure out where to put it. I don't necessarily like it up there, but this I could go with. Down here. I'm kind of off the edge of the paper a little bit. It covers up those cute little houses. Nope, I don't want to cover it up there. I thought I was going to do something like this at the top, and I might still do that with a little bit of a transition, something there behind it to hold it there. I can still do that because that actually isn't too bad. I kind of like that. Okay. Make sure I don't knock everything over. I'm going to grab some navy paper. I think this will work. And this has a texture to it already. I'm going to give it a whirl. Okay. Let's put this aside. And here's my paper. Cut this down to an A2 panel. Oh yeah, I just realized. That piece. I'm thinking out loud here about this. So 4 1/4. Thank you, Linda. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm going to give it a light spritz before I go. Let's check something out here first, folks. Let's check out our sandwich. So let's see what we have going on. I think this is a standard. So we want our platform and our platform top, our B plate, embossing folder, and our C plate. Okay, I think this is gonna work. This out and just use the adapter because it might be more of a 3D size. Let's try it. That's correct. So now let's spritz our paper. And I'm going to block myself from getting it everywhere. Okay. This is to break up the fibers in that paper so that it doesn't crack. I don't know how much of this is going to show. I think I'm going to scoot this up a little so that we can get a definite edge going. Okay, at least around some of it. So here we go. So here's our plate building. This is our base. We're going to use our base. And because this is considered a 3D, the thickness of a 3D at least, we're going to use that. We'll put down our embossing folder with our paper, and then we have this adapter plate. And we just roll this through. Over. So we have our A, our embossing folder, and our D adapter plate. This is the Spellbinder system, and that, folks, is gorgeous. My word, how pretty is that? Oh gosh, if I just took something and put some silver on there. Oh. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Now I almost feel like we need to cut that down some more so you can see that pretty embossing folder. Yes? That's what I think. Yeah, because, yeah, let's cut this down off on this side. We can cut this off a little bit, and we can cut this off a little bit. So let's cut this down to 3 3/4 by 5. Let's do that. Shall we? Sometimes things just happen as you go along. And we're going to wrap this up very soon, I promise, because I'm ready to go home too. But I'm going to trim this down. I'm going to trim this off a smidge here so that we can get to 3 3/4. You know what? We might be able to get to 3 1/2, folks. And I think that would almost be perfect. So let's go to 3 3/4 on this side. Yes. And let's go to 3 1/2 on this side. Yep. Perfect. We still have our pretty little houses. And then let's do that to this. So we're going to go to, where are we at? Let's go to 3 3/4 on this side. And 3 1/2 on this side. And I'm glad we did our little experiment with the VersaFine Clair. We actually used the BetterPress with the VersaFine Clair, and it worked wonderfully. I was very happy with it, which leads me to believe, I'm wondering how the oxides would work with it. I'm sure it would look nice. And there we are. So, I'm going to trim off. Yep, I need to trim off a smidge of the snow on the bottom. Let's see. We're going to come down to here. What is that going to, yeah, that leaves us some white, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Enough white. And then cut off at 3.5. Let's see how that looks at the top. Let's see how that looks there at 2.5. Yep, 2.5. I don't know. Let's see what we've got going on. Got this. We're going to do this at the top. Yeah, we definitely can see a little bit more of our, let's bring that up. That's how we'll do it. It's pretty. It doesn't show like we want it to, but it still shows. So this is what we're going to go for. And I like that at the top. So we're going to do that. I think that's cute. Gives me that old-fashioned vibe. And so if I glue this just a smidge over the top of this, then I can use my little transition piece. I'll probably bring it further down. So I've glued this over the top just a little bit, probably about 1/4 of an inch. Which is just right. I am going to need to straighten this out. My mat is still wet. I could throw some gems on this. I mean, come on. Which is what I might end up doing. And I'm trying to straighten this out because it's kind of dry and curled. So I'll show you what I'm doing. It's just that my mat's still a little wet. So I'm just kind of doing this with it to straighten it out. And now it looks like it's going to be fine. Yes. Okay. Let's go. No, got to get our transition in between thing here. Yeah. So we'll go here. I know, right? Let's bling it up. I agree, Linda. It needs some bling. We'll just put a little bit of bling on it too. I just think that would be pretty. I believe I have something. Ooh, I think I have something I can use. Let's trim this off. I like that little, it just creates a nice little transition between them. It's pretty. Okay. Oops, it's fine. Glue it on. Oh, some ribbon would be pretty. I mean, there's just so much we could do with this, right? Really pretty. Sometimes when you glue on embossing areas, it's you got to get a thicker, you got to go thicker. So I'm trying to get a little bit more glue on here because it's a little bit harder to attach. So are we straight? What? Not too much. All right. I am going to pop this up here like so. So pretty. And I'm only going to do it right here, but I am going to get a thick coating of it so it'll stick. Because I don't want it to come off the back up here. And I love it. Love it, love it. Cute. All right, it's gonna set right here. I am gonna add some bling to this. My goodness, how pretty. It's like a little wooden easel is what it looks like. Cute. Yay. Okay, so let's see. I think I had the bling I had in mind. Where'd you go? Is this? Yes. The Pinkfresh bling. This is Stargazer. Oh my goodness. Yes. Now, I see a spot there. Let's turn this around. Let's do this. I have made such a mess. Get a medium. Like, I could probably even go bigger, couldn't I? That's pretty. I put it over just a smidge. Yeah, that's pretty. So let's do a little bit of bling there. This one's oh, that blue is so pretty on there. Oh my goodness. It's blue and it's just gorgeous. So pretty. Okay, there's that. Let's do at least a few more. If we have a tiny little bit, do we have anything smaller than that in there? How small is our smallest? Because I was thinking maybe one here and there on the. Let's do. Yeah, let's just do them here on the border a little bit. And then let's do one here. We'll just do these smaller ones cute. Bling is always a wise choice. I don't know what's going on. I need some more water. Bling is always a wise choice. So cute. I love that. Yes, yes, yes. It is complete. Unless I wanted to put a little bit of ribbon, like right on the edge of that. I don't know that I would. No, I think I'm going to leave that. I like that. Pam's is very pretty. It reminds me of the little calendar stores used to give out as promotional items. Yes, absolutely. The sweet little winter scene. Yes, definitely. Most definitely. I love it. Yay. All right. Well, thanks you guys for joining me, putting up with me through this little thing that I have inside my head, and then is it gonna translate to paper? And it did. Yay. All right. So the last Thursday of February, I will definitely be doing a scene for, January. The last Thursday of January, we'll do a scene for February. And it's been so long since I've made a calendar. I've always enjoyed doing this, and I thought, oh, this would be fun. This would be fun to have sitting here in the shop for every month. So I have one that Mary Novak made me, and it's hanging up on my wall, and she's inspired me to do a calendar also. So cute little calendar up here on the shop. You should come in and see it. Shout out to Mary Novak. All right, guys. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day and a blessed rest of your week. And again, thanks for joining me. And Happy New Year, everybody. How exciting, it's 2025. Yay! I think I did show you everything that we were supposed to show you. So take care, guys. Bye-bye.